Did you know that you can create your own bespoke menu for your Excel model on the Excel ribbon, alongside the File, Home and Insert commands, containing every task which you need to perform in order to interact fully with your Excel budget model? This short video will show you how it works. Here I have a typical budget consolidation model containing imported budget data, a calculated data silo, consolidated budget report with drill downs, and a budgeting dashboard. If you look at the Excel ribbon, you can see an extra item called Add-ins, and on the left you can see a menu item called OPA Bud Menu. That's short for Operating Budget Menu. If I click on the Operating Budget Menu button, I can see all of the menu options available to the user for interacting with the model. All I need to do as a user is to work my way item by item, from options A to J in this case, through the menu. Note how I've broken up the commands into sections to make it easier to follow. Inputs, importing data, Excel Analytics, and printing. Note also that when I open the model, the operating budget menu opens with the model, and when I close the model, the operating budget menu will also close with the model. Let's see it in action. Let's select option A, update current budget year and variables. It takes you to the Timelines tab and the budget year input cell, reminding the user to check that the budget year is the correct one when using the model. Let's now select option B, update the accounts interface table. It takes you to the accounts interface tab where you can update your accounts interface table, reminding the user to check for new budget accounts when using the model. Now we're going to select option C, update the source import file paths, file names and data tables. The model operates on the principle that it is a standalone model and does not use links to any other Excel files. Data from other files is copied and passed into the model as values only. Option C takes you to the Importing tab, where you can tell the model where the source files are located, the file path, the file name, and the data location in the form of an Excel named range. Now let's select option D to import the budget data. I'll show you how it works. There we go. I'll explain it how it works. So the values for the file path, the file name, and the data range to be imported that have been determined by the user in option C are passed into VBA, Excel's programming language. The macro checks whether the import file is open, and if not, it opens the file. The macro then checks the number of rows to be imported and will adjust the number of rows in the main model accordingly. The macro will then copy the data from the import file and paste special the data as values only into the budget data tab. The macro will then close the import file. And finally, the user is notified that the budget data was imported successfully. Let's select option E, import the prior year data. The macro for option E works exactly the same as the macro for option D, only that it imports the prior year budget data. Let us now take a look at the Excel Analytics section. This shows you some new ways how you can analyze your data in Excel. Let us select option F, Budget Summary Report, drill down into the data. The macro takes you to the Budget Summary Report tab, where you can see the main Budget Summary Report. But there is more to this report than it seems. Note that there is a column entitled DD Double Click, which is programmed so that when you double click on the plus sign, you can drill down to the next level of data. Let me double click on the plus next to turnover. A number of rows have been inserted analysing turnover by account number. I can see some more pluses against each account number, indicating that more drill downs are available. Let me now double click on the plus next to accounts 50,000. I've now drilled down into a list of the items making up account 50,000. To drill back up, i.e. delete the inserted rows, I simply click on the minus signs that have appeared. Let me double click on the minus sign next to account 50,000. And now let me double click on the minus sign next to turnover. The inserted drill down rows have been deleted. A great way of enhancing the analytic capabilities of your budget model. Now let's select option G, KPI dashboard analyze by division. It takes you to the budget dashboard report tab where you can see the main budget dashboard report. The dashboard is interactive in that you can choose between the various divisions within the organization, UK or US, or you can select all divisions. I have a selection box which is linked to a data list containing the selection options. When I select UK, all of the data in the dashboard changes to reflect the appropriate figures for the UK division. Similarly, the same happens when I select US. And I have a final option, all divs, all divisions, for selecting all divisions within the organization. This feature is great for discussing the results in a team meeting. Let's select the first printing option, option H, print preview the budget summary report. It takes you to the budget summary report tab and will print preview the main budget summary report as it currently appears on the screen. The macro timestamps the report with the current date and time. I've set this macro to print preview for demonstration purposes, but you can of course set the macro to just print the report. So let's have a look at the final two options. Option I, select the divisions from the budget dashboard for printing, and option J, print preview the budget dashboard. With these two macros, the idea is that you can determine which division or divisions you want to be printed from the dashboard. The macro is then programmed to loop round and print only those selected. So you can print out one division, say US, or opt for all three reports, UK, US and all divisions. A very useful feature indeed. So let's select option I, select the divisions from the budget dashboard for printing. It takes you to the account structure tab, where you can update the control interface for selecting which divisions are to be printed from the dashboard. To print one report only, type in a 1 against the report you want to print. To select two reports, say UK and US, type 1, 2 against those two divisions. And to select all three reports, type in 1, 2 and 3 in the order you want against the reports to be printed. I've typed in a 1 against all divisions, 2 against UK and a 3 against US. Let's now select option J, print preview the budget dashboard. It takes you to the budget dashboard report tab and will print preview the budget dashboard reports looping around the selections you just made. So there's all divisions. Here comes UK. And finally, there is the UK. And there you have it, your own tailor-made add-in menu for your budget model. A very useful feature to have in your Excel models, you must admit. There are plenty of other features you can add to your add-in menu, such as running complex calculations which would normally lead to circular references, for example, calculating the interest in a cash flow model, updating graphs in a dashboard one period at a time, e.g. moving from July year-to-date to August year-to-date. If you would like to find out more, please follow the link to our blog page which demonstrates how you can create best practice Excel models. Thank you for watching.